Assalamualaikum everyone. My name is Arshid Adi bin Abdullah. You can call me Sir Arshid. And today I will be teaching you about present perfect tense. So if you want to make a sentence, there should always be a formula behind it, right? So to make a present perfect tense sentence, the formula is you need to have the subject in front and followed by auxiliary verb have or has and past participle. So we are looking much deeper into past participle first before we proceed with the rest of the formula. So, for past participle, there are regular and irregular form of past participle. Now, to make it easy, I'm going to start with irregular first because irregular it has quite a lot of types to know and to understand. So, it's not actually that hard. It is just that we have to get used to it. So, we are starting off with irregular past participle. Alright, so since we are focusing on past participle, so can we ignore the uh, column in the middle? So we're focusing on the rest of the two columns only. Okay, so first is for the first example, the verbs that has I in it. So the verb that has I, like begin, drink, sing, is to be changed to you, change it into begun, drunk, sung. So begun, drunk, sung is the past participle of the base form of the verb. Okay. Some other verbs that has I in it is to be added with en or n at the back. Like for example, the verb drive is to be changed to driven, right? Ridden. Okay. And then there are verbs that has the sound o in it, like draw, grow, know, throw. So it is to be changed to own. For example, the best form of the verb draw is to be changed to drawn. Same goes with grow becomes grown, know becomes known. Okay, some other verbs that uh has to be changed to oaken, like break and wake up. So those kind of verbs is to be changed to oaken. So break becomes broken as its past participle, and wake up becomes woken up. There are also verbs that has ea in it, like speak and steal, and it is to be changed to oaken. So speak becomes spoken, steal becomes stolen. So some verbs has to be changed to sound odd at the back. For example, catch becomes caught, teach becomes taught, brings becomes brought. And then some other verbs that has two e's in it is to be shortened to one e. For example, the verb feed becomes fed, feel, felt, keep, kept, and so on. And then the verb that has d at the end is to be changed to t sound at the back. So, for example, send becomes sent, spend becomes spent. And then the verbs that has l in at the back of the verb, like sell and tell, is to be changed to the sound old, like sold and told. Sell becomes sold, tell becomes told. And lastly, the verb that has and at the back is to be changed to would. For example, stand becomes stood, understand becomes understood. Understood? Now, there are some special cases regarding the irregular past participle. So these are just a few examples of it. So for cut and quit, it's actually simple. It doesn't change at all. We still say cut and quit as its past participle, but read is we just change the pronunciation to read. So the the spelling is the same, but the pronunciation is different. So read its best form becomes read as its past participle. Next up, we are going to continue with regular past participle. This is a lot easier because regular past participle they follow the same rule as simple past tense. The ones that we add ed and or the ones that we add d at the end of it, it stays the same for the regular past participle. Okay, let's take a look. First, the verb manage. The verb managed comes from the best verb manage and is added with d at the back. It is the common rule for past tense, right? And it applies to past participle form as well. You add you just add d at the end. Same with handle. Handle is handle plus d at the back. And landed is land plus ed at the back. You just apply the same rule to all the regular verbs and you get the simple past form and also past participle form. It's that easy. Okay, we're going back to the formula. We want to see the formula again. So, it has to be started with subject and then it is followed by the auxiliary verb have or has and followed by the past participle that we have learned just now. Okay, don't forget that the auxiliary verb depends on the subject, whether the subject is singular or plural. So when the subject is singular, we use has. She has. Ahmad has. But if the subject is plural, we use have. They have. Those people have. The Malaysians have. But there are exceptions to it, such as I. I, even though it is singular, but it applies to the special case, which we use have. I have. I have eaten. I have been. Okay. So that's the basic, the formula of how to write a present perfect tense sentence. Okay, so the first example. I have been staying in Japan for 7 years now. I is the subject. Have is the auxiliary verb. Been is a past participle of be. So, as you can see, I is considered as a special case, which because it is followed by have and not has, while singular subject should always be followed by has. Looking at the second example, she has gone to the airport all by herself. So she is the subject, has is the auxiliary verb, and gone is the past participle of go. So she is singular, and now it is followed by has. So she has gone. Okay. Okay, so why do we use the present perfect tense? So first is to talk about things that happened in the past that is relevant to the present situation, and to talk about things that began in the past and are still happening. Proceed. Okay, so for the examples, we want to talk about things that happened in the past that is relevant to the present situation. So, for the first example, we have visited Paris at least 4 times and we love it. So, the situation might be someone asks you if you love the city of Paris. And then you replied with this. You have visited Paris at least 4 times and we love it. So this sentence is talking about the past, but it is still relevant to the present situation because someone is asking you about it. And the same goes with the next example. My mom has planned to visit Disneyland this year. The situation might be someone asks you if you have plans to travel anywhere this year, and you responded with that sentence. My mom has planned to visit Disneyland this year, which provides information relevant and it's still relevant to the present situation because you're providing information. But the planning has happened in the past. So the things that happened in the past is relevant to the present situation. The next example is to talk about things that began in the past and are still happening. So first example, when someone asks you, um, how many years have you been studying in IIUM? And you reply with, I have been studying in IIUM for 3 years. So basically, you are talking about the moment when you start studying in IIUM until the moment that you answer the question. So basically, it means that the moment you answered the question, the thing that you mentioned is still happening. So basically, you're still studying in IIUM at the time when you are asked about that question. And then the next example is when someone asked you, what what is she doing? And you responded with, she has been searching for her passport since yesterday. So basically, you are giving information about her, and that information started occurring since yesterday. So basically, that information began in the past and are still happening at the time when you answered the question. So that's all for the class today. So I hope you gained something informative from this class, and I hope to see you all again in the next class. Thank you.